But anyway, let's move on to our next piece, which is and this is something you found. Bob Lee, the founder of Cash App, and also another cryptocurrency, crypto coin, mobile coin, has been murdered in San Francisco. So basically, he was stabbed, I think, at like 2 in the morning or so.
Yeah,
It appears to be out on the street.
yeah. He was stabbed on the street at 2:30 in the morning. It seems so random, and there's no one. They haven't found a suspect.
I mean, what
Um,
was he doing out on the street at 2:30 in the morning anyway? Or maybe he was out partying
yeah,
in a
might have
bar
been
or
having
something.
a good time, and walking home to his apartment in San Francisco. I mean, that to me, 2:30 in the morning, drinking, bar closes down, you go, you walk home.
I don't know,
But
but the CEO of a major app that's like a household name, I don't know.
well, in San Francisco, that's pretty common. I mean, I remember talking to people and seeing Jack Dorsey walking down the street. You
Really?
know, yeah. So San Francisco is not. It's not unheard of to see tech giants just walking around and hanging out because that's where it's all born and lived. But it's interesting that he gets stabbed. It's typically, from my understanding, when someone gets stabbed, it's because there's a disagreement, some type of you know issue taking place. But this seems very odd, and I guess what had happened is that there was a car that drove by, and he lifted up his shirt because there's video camera that actually shows the footage of him walking over this bridge after he had been stabbed. And there was a car that drove by, and he like lifted up his shirt to show him that he was stabbed, and the car drove away.
Here we go. Surveillance footage showed that Lee, he'd already been stabbed and he was walking up Main Street away from the Bay Bridge at about 2:30 a.m. And he crosses an intersection at Harrison Street and he walked up to a parked Toyota Camry with its hazard lights flashing. And then he lifted his shirt as if to show the driver his wound and ask for help. And then he falls to the ground after the car then drives away. And the footage showed that. And he gets up, then he walks back towards the bridge before falling down again outside an apartment building called the Port Side. So I don't know what the driver of that car was thinking. I mean, maybe he was just too scared that the stabber may be still close by, or maybe he just misunderstood. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tragedy. The guy was a big part of the tech world for sure. I mean, Cash App is used by I would say millions of people. I've used Cash App. I don't use it now, but so it's pretty interesting to think like what happened. I'm really curious to what happened. Is there something else at play? Is there foul play here? Is there some dirty money
Uh,
involved?
yeah, I mean, whenever it's a CEO or something like that, you always probably are going to think that there's more to it, right? Because it's the chances of the top head of a company just getting randomly stabbed are probably quite minimal. It's sounds more like a hit, but though, like you said, though, if someone's going to do a hit job, normally they'd use a gun, not a knife. So yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, no, I know about how he worked for pretty much everybody and had his hand in pretty much everything since 2000 in the tech world. He was a pretty prominent name in Silicon Valley. I'm just wondering, his net worth has gone up after his death. Who's the beneficiary of this net worth?
wait,
Um,
why has his net worth gone up after his death? Because
I'm
of his
going to assume
coin?
more people are probably using Cash App because people like me and you are talking about it. It's the only thing I can think of is people never heard of it and go, "What's Cash App?" And the profit from it was what it says September 21. The profit was 1.8 billion dollars for Cash App. So those are pretty staggering numbers, really, to think about. Like most tech companies, for years and years and years, don't make any money, and then finally they turn a profit. Amazon is, the pillar of that. I think they had like a $200 billion evaluation and hadn't made a dime.
Wow.
Uh,
Yeah.
and then finally they made some money. Was it 2018 or 17? Amazon started turning a real profit.